This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
On the phone with us right now, the head coach of the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies, ahead of the Metro Series matchup versus the Detroit Mercy Titans. On the line with us, Greg Kampe. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
It's my pleasure. It's Detroit week, so anytime you can talk about the Metro Series in Detroit, it's exciting times.
Yeah, let's start with that. The Metro Series has grown over the past few seasons. Right now, Coach Alexander and the Mercy Titans are struggling this year, coming in with 2 wins. Can you speak on the Metro Series rivalry at this point in time?
Well, the great thing about the rivalry in the Metro Series is that, it involves all our sports. It's not just the basketball program or the women. It's all the sports. And since it came to being, Oakland's won it every year, and that's our goal, is to keep that cup here every year. And the great thing about it is it keeps all the student athletes at both schools impacted. They are excited when the soccer teams play. Everybody comes out to watch and all that kind of stuff. So it's something that was a great idea, and now it's come to fruition where everybody's involved. And Friday night, the men's basketball team gets their chance.
And this season for Oakland has been a very successful season to start. 14 wins, coming off of great victories at UIC and Valpo last week. How are they performing according to what your standards are?
Well, here at Oakland, we always want to compete for a championship. I think, since the last decade or so, we've done very, very well in conference play. And so you go into every year hoping that your team has a chance to win your league. And we put ourselves in a position through a quarter of the season that we believe we now have a chance to do that. There's still a long way to go, but we've gotten off to the type of start that makes you believe you have a chance to win. And this game with Detroit's a very important game. Forget the rivalry, forget the Metro Series, all that kind of stuff. It's a league home game, and if we're going to continue to stay in first place, we've got to find a way to win it. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased with the way the season's gone. I'm very pleased with the way Sharon Dorsey-Walker, our lone senior, is leading the team and how well he's played and all the great things he's done. So far through 17 games, I feel really good about our team.
Yeah, in weeks past, you've kind of talked about your team's offense and kind of viewing them as a team that could make better decisions, wanting this offense to kind of live up to your expectation as being one of the better shooting teams. But in a game versus UIC where you get 18 blocks, do you say to yourself, wow, I really also have a solid defensive team too here?
Well, I think we've recognized that the strength of this team is our defense. We've changed a little bit how we play. Early in the year, we were playing at about 80 possessions. We backed it down to the mid-70s, and now we're all the way down to, in the 4 league games, we're averaging 70 possessions a game. That's a huge difference, 10 possessions. If you score at a point of possession, which we score higher than that, you're talking about a 10-point difference. And so we've figured out that the best way to play for this team is maybe not as fast as we played in the past and really give our defense a chance to, be the thing that leads us as far as the game goes. So by slowing down a little bit, we're not putting our defense in as much jeopardy as far as, bad decisions on offense leading to runouts, leading to odd man situations. We firmly believe that if we can play 5-on-5, we have a really good chance.
Yeah, you spoke on Sharon Dorsey-Walker, a senior leader on your squad. What has he contributed to this team on the floor and maybe off the floor as well?
Well, he's kind of the glue man for us. He's a guy that does everything. Early in the year, he played a lot of point. He's not playing as much there as now because our point guards have really developed. Braylon Neely has gotten to the point where I can trust him and get him out there. He's playing close to half the game. Stevie's learning the offense. So we really don't need Sharon at the point as much as we did early. And now in the Valpo game, he did an unbelievable job defensively on Alec Peters, probably the best player in our conference. He rebounds when we need him to rebound. He can get offensive rebounds. He's a very good three-point shooter. He can rip through and get to the rim. He's just a guy that does everything really well. Off the floor, he's unequivocally the leader of the team. Everybody knows it's his last chance to win the conference championship, and the team respects that. They respect him so much that they're listening to what he says, and they all want to give him that chance.
And Coach, also, Martez Walker is a strong leader on this team, contributes a lot offensively. Sometimes the squad's offensive production goes as Martez goes. How have you felt he's progressed as this season has gone on?
Well, the good thing about Martez is he's very good defensively, too. He's 6'6", he's long, he's athletic. The Northern Kentucky game, we put him on there, great shooter, and the kid only got 3 shots Kev is more than just a guy that can get it going on the offensive end. Example, the Chicago game on Sunday. He was 1 for 10 from the floor, had just a horrendous game offensively, but he did some great things defensively. He rebounded and helped us get a win, even though it was a night that the ball wouldn't go in for him. So I really think he's matured and grown up and is playing great basketball for us.
Friday night, 7 p.m., Oakland Golden Grizzlies take on Detroit Mercy Titans in the Metro Series. Now, going into this game, obviously, your situation is a little bit different than what the Titans are bringing to the table. Is there anything you do or say differently when you're going up against an opponent that is struggling right now, as the Detroit Mercy Titans are?
No, because they won't struggle against us. All the woes that they've had will be cured on Friday night. They're going to come in here. I'm sure they're going to shoot the ball extremely well. They're going to play with a chip on their shoulder. They're going to play with great confidence. They've got some really good players. 3-4 of their players could play anywhere in the league. So it's just a matter of struggling with a new system and trying to figure out that there are wins ahead for them. And we just got to do everything we can to make sure Friday night's not one.
Yeah, and the atmosphere at the OWN Arena is likely to be very festive. I know the game versus Georgia set, I think it was the 4th highest attended game at the OWN Arena. Are you expecting a big crowd also this Friday night?
Yeah, again, the chairbacks were sold out on Monday, which is the earliest we've ever sold that out before a game. Our students are back. I expect them in full force. I think it'll be a great atmosphere. Could it break the attendance record? It did last year, so there's probably a chance it could again. But I think the atmosphere will be just phenomenal, and it's great for us. We'll have some of our top recruits there, so it'll be a really, really good night. We just need to make sure we find a way to win the game so it becomes a great night.
Greg Kampe, head coach, Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Now, you've got a squad that's doing great things to start the season. And also, too, I believe that one of the goals is to win the Horizon League and qualify for the NCAA tournament. What 1 or 2 more areas of improvement would you like to see from this squad, potentially not only to maybe qualify for the NCAA, but maybe even, make a run?
Well, I've got a team that I think believes they can do that. I think, one, they believe that they can play with anybody. I think that to win our league, I think you have to be a team that can compete. Then when you get into the tournament setting down at the Joe, you've just got to have 3 nights to stay away from the terrible thing happening. And we're talented enough and we're deep enough that hopefully we can do that. There's some other really good teams in the league, though. It's not going to be easy. But we think we've got a real chance. One of the issues for our team is we've got to shoot the ball better. We've not shot the ball anywhere near as well as I thought we could. And after 17 games, maybe it's becoming apparent that this is who we are. We've lowered the number of possessions. I think we need to lower the number of threes we take. I think sometimes we get a little bit too 3 happy. But that's how we've always played, and they have that kind of freedom to take those shots. We've just got to play a little bit smarter on offense. And then I always worry about rebounding, whether we've had some great rebounding games, but I always worry about that. Every night's a new slate, and we have to make sure that we rebound every night.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. Best of luck the rest of the way, and we look forward to seeing the Detroit Titans and the Oakland Golden Grizzlies Friday night, 7 p.m. in the Metro Series.
Well, thanks for having Oakland on, and I appreciate all your coverage and all that you've done. And anytime you want me, you've got me.